All right. Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. My name is Audrey Shear, and I am your host of tonight's show. This is a show all about hoop dance and the joys of it. So if you don't know what hoop dance is, you're in for a pleasant surprise. And if you are a hoop dancer, then you're in for a super pleasant surprise because we are doing some super cool stuff tonight on the show. So we'll be doing some demos, and I'll be introducing the panel of hoopers. And if you've been, well, everyone kind of comes in, I'll do a few things. But I have some really exciting news in terms of the show. So like I said, my name is Audrey Shear, and I'm going to do a quick demo before I introduce. I'm gonna switch things up a little bit today, guys. So bear with me. I'm going to do a quick demo, and then I'll introduce you to Bryant, and then I have some really exciting news that has to do with Claire, who has been on the show for the past couple weeks, and you guys love her. And Chakra, stop it. And you guys love her, so you guys wanted more of her, therefore your wish is my command. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a little hooping demo. And if you guys see anything that any one of us do during the demo that you want to learn, type it in to the comments on the Facebook page, and we will read your comments live during the show. So again, it's on the Facebook page, hoopinglive.com. Sorry, no, excuse me. Facebook.com/hoopinglive. Most recent post for tonight's show. Comment on the link. All right. Am I able to switch? Oh, Chakra, do you have to like pee or something? All right, I got it. You want to leave? Craig, can I switch to the camera onto the side?
You'd have to go into your settings to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that won't happen then. All right. Go ahead, shoot. Behind somewhere else. All right, hold on 1 second. All right. Sorry, guys. Chakra is being his normal disorganized self. Not me, I promise. Alright, Craig, I can hear you clunking about. Alright, so for those of you just coming in, that's what hooping is. If you're a hooper, then there's more hooping for you. I'm going to go ahead and do something different really quick, and then, I swear to God. And then, sorry, Chakra is like throwing a hissy fit now. I'm going to do something different real quick before I introduce Bryant. If you guys are viewers of the show, you know who Bryant is. He has been a loyal fan and of the show since before even the show started. He has always been loyal. I'm sorry about the hair thing, guys. It's like, you know those days where you just like you can't wash it and it's anyway. So Bryant has been he's been amazing. He was one of the fans. I always like to tell the story that I always saw his name popping up on my Facebook page, so when things like Hooping Live were being made, I was able to know who to go to because I remember seeing a bunch of names, and Bryant was one of those names. So Bryant recently had a birthday, and I wanted to dedicate the show to him, and because, you know, he has been a very special part of the show, and so many of you love him and think he brings such a new element to the show, and just kind of diversity, which is something him and I were talking about recently. So I know this is not technically a cake, but I wanted to sing happy birthday to Bryant. So if you guys want to join me, these are strawberries from Craig. So, all right, I'm gonna sing, and Claire, if you want to join me too, you can. And Craig. So 1, 2, and 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bryant. Happy birthday to you, and many more. All right, blow it out. How did that happen? I don't know. That was awesome. All right, I hope you made a wish. All right, so like I said, I wanted to go ahead and do that, and I'll let Bryant go ahead and say hello and do a little demo.
Hello, and thank you for celebrating my birthday. It was on March 2nd, and wow, I didn't expect that. But yeah, as Audrey said earlier, my name is Bryant, and I've been hooping for about 1.5 years, and I learned hooping in Thailand, and I specifically started hooping from hoopingLIVE. And I'm gonna start my demo, and I'm using a smaller hoop for today because I just felt like, smaller hoops because, why not? I'll explain about the smaller hoop more later, but
Oh, wonderful. I love your bow at the end. I just do. I love it so. Like I said, guys, if you saw anything that Bryant, myself, or Claire, who is about to hoop, will do, does, did, and will do, all of those words. I went to art school, so I don't have to know words very well. Leave them in the comments down below. We'll try to teach you to the best of our ability. Yes, I did change my hair. Okay. So, Brian,
Before you move on, let's get the screenshot for the show. Your picture's very clear right now. So grab a hoop. All right, hold on.
Should I light the fire?
Yeah.
Fire, fire, fire. All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Look, no.
I got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. Yep.
All right, Brian, you have to blow it out again. All right, cool. Oh, I love the cheesiness. I'm a fan of cheese in so many ways. All right, so moving on. So you guys, now that a good amount of you are here, a lot of you wanted more Claire. We have had a lot of Claire kind of in the past 2 shows, and she's gone out and done so much for the show already, and done very kind gestures like being creative and making shirts, and which I'm getting tomorrow from Craig. So I can wear it the next show, which will be awesome. And she's just been awesome. So we were talking after the show, and we've kind of just decided that she's a great fit for the show, and we're going to have her be on hopefully every show and do a little segment in the beginning about hooping news and doing a demo and teaching us something that maybe she's been working on. So I'm going to give it away to Claire, and she's gonna, like I said, she's gonna do a demo, and it's kind of like most recent news in hooping, which Bryant and I had actually been talking a lot about doing on the show. So it's amazing how all of a sudden everything's fallen into place where this is happening now, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Claire the stage and let her show us everything that she's come up with in this past week.
Hi everyone, once again it's Claire and I'm 10 years old. I hula hoop at workshops and I do it for fun sometimes, and I'm excited to be going to Ninja Hoops this weekend, and next time I'm on the show I'll show you guys some moves I've learned. In the meantime, I'll do a little demo.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, and you have a black shirt now too! Oh, that's awesome! Is the thing on the back?
Yeah.
It's on the back. Oh my gosh, we are like twinning. I love it. God. I love her so much. I was getting into that. Awesome. I like that beat. Where'd you find that music?
On YouTube.
Oh, that was YouTube music? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Beautiful. So I saw that you were, I hope that you like this little blend into the segment. I saw that you were doing some barrel rolls there in your demo. And you were talking about teaching them. And before you kind of get into that, I did want to also say happy birthday to Brecken, who, am I muted? Okay, good. I wanted to say, Craig, I wanted to say happy birthday to Brecken, who also obviously had a birthday this recent week. And today is Mr. Baxter's birthday. So if you haven't wished him a happy birthday on the interwebs, then you should go ahead and do that if you're friends with him, of course. If not, send him love. But so yeah, you're going to teach barrel rolls. Do you want to tell us why barrel rolls and maybe a little bit about going to Brecken's workshop? Because Brecken is an amazing hooper and a great teacher.
I wanted to teach the barrel roll today because at Brecken's workshop I enjoyed learning it and it was fun and easy to learn. And I thought it was cool to learn because it's not too hard that you need like to go step like as slow as you can go. So you can go quickly and it's fun and easy to do.
That is true. There are a lot of transitions into it as well. So you're going to teach us how to do it?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. Love the shirt, girl.
The first step to doing the barrel roll is to do on either your right or your left hand. You have to spiral it and spin it in an outward spiral. So either on your right or left hand. So either if it's your dominant or if it's your dominant hand, you can also do it on your other hand in an outward spiral. The second step to do the barrel roll is to send it outward as far as you can go, like straight out to your, if you're in your right hand to your left, if you're in your left hand to your right. And you can also send it straight up, but you wouldn't get the bigger effect of the barrel roll. So I'll show the bigger effect in sending it straight out first. And then this is doing it with going only straight up and the smaller effect. So once you send it straight out, it's going to go up from the position of the hoop, and you want it, and once you feel it, tug on your hand so it would be in about this position here. Once you feel it on your hand, you want to start to turn into it and bring your hand down. When you're in your right hand, you're going to be catching it with the pinky side first. Then you send it forward, you're going to be starting to catch with your pinky side. And then if you're in your left hand, you'd be catching it with your thumb side first and then gripping all your fingers around it. So I'll try to do this in slow motion. You don't want to grab it until you're all the way down, but I'll try to do this in slow motion for you. Okay, so that's the sending it straight out in slow motion, and then sending it straight up in slow motion would look a little like this. And that's how you do the barrel roll.
Awesome. Also, something else with the barrel roll that I remember Brecken talking about, when you want to do continuous barrel rolls, something, and of course, hooping is always very subjective to whatever you want it to be, but I remember her telling me kind of how, what she was just showing, what Claire was showing, the going out and spinning the hoop in that direction. Brecken would talk about, now if you're going to do a continuous kind of barrel roll where you move across, make sure that you're sending the hoop the same way you're moving. So if you want to move from here to here, you want to make sure your hoop is also going the direction that your body is moving. So kind of like what Claire was saying, it just kind of gives the barrel roll a nice clean effect. So wonderful. Thank you, Claire, very much. That was awesome. A lot of people ask about that because that's a great transition move, too. Barrel rolls can really help with stuff like that. Okay, so then you said that you found something about, did you want to talk about, yeah, let's do that, the Cosmo magazine, which is a major publisher, very mainstream, is talking about hooping, which is great because that means, well, it might not be great to some people, but I personally love that, hoop dance is kind of coming out of its shell and in a mainstream kind of way, just kind of opening itself up to, I feel like its fullest potential. So did you want to talk a little bit about what you found in that article about LED hoops?
I found that someone was hula hooping with an LED hoop, and they, on March 2nd, they videotaped it, and they were in slow motion, and the slow motion gave the trails an effect that stayed on there. And also, it reminded me of when I did a video with Audrey at Nick Minton's workshop, and Craig videotaped it in slow motion, so that gave also a cool effect. I also like to see the trails and the different designs that the hoop went to when she did different moves.
Yeah, sorry about that. My Facebook, the other day I saw on Facebook that we have all of these new like computer technical savvy people making these incredible LED hoops. They just keep getting cooler and cooler, and I saw some poi that someone was doing in that same slow motion thing you were just talking about, and it looks like flames. And I know that we've had a lot of patterns like in the past where people could have like the Mario mushrooms and stuff, but people are starting to make really cool patterns. And when I do that, I'm checking to make sure I'm not on mute because I am like terrified now that I'm going to constantly be on mute. So anyway, yeah, it's super cool. And like I said, it's in a mainstream magazine, which is pretty amazing. It shows like how far we can take things and whatnot. So did you have anything else on that article that you want to talk about? Like, do you have an LED hoop?
Yes, I have an LED hoop that I did for my Star Wars video. And
So that is your hoop?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Is it an atomic? Oh my God, isn't it an atomic hoop?
It's the remote control Future Hoop Pro on Good Hoops.
Future hoop. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. That's a great hoop. Cool. So then you also said that is there anything else you wanted to talk about in terms of like that article?
No, I just wanted to talk about the slow motion and how it affected the trails.
Yeah, it's super cool because usually you have to take a slow shutter speed. I went to art school. And it trails the light. And that's how you're able to get that effect. But with all the cool stuff that people are able to do and have more accessibility to in a more easy way with their phones, they can have all this crazy cool stuff happening. So it is really cool. Speaking of cool things and fire, birthday candle, that was probably a little bit of a slow transition. I almost said transaction, like transition. You said that you went on hooping.org and saw something about another 10-year-old in hooping. You want to tell us about that?
Sure. So I saw a video on March 2nd about a 10-year-old girl named Luna who taught a safety video of fire hooping and how you can put out the fire and what the materials and clothing you have to wear to be safe when you're fire hooping.
All right, so you've never fire hooped, correct?
No.
No. And what's your kind of stance on that? Like, are you waiting or what's going on?
So my mom says no because it's fire and she doesn't want me playing with the fire on the hula hoop.
If it makes you feel any better, my mom doesn't either, and I'm 24. Yeah, I'm 24. So don't feel bad. The first time I fire hooped for my mom, I was in Fort Myers Beach, and I was fire hooping, and I am not even kidding you. She ran out with the fire extinguisher, and she was like, "I'm ready, baby." Like if I was, I'm like, "Mom, I'm not gonna catch myself on fire." But I did want to say something really quick about that because Claire and her mother are not crazy talking about the safety of fire. I mean, 10 years old, that's, what do we know anything about this girl? Like why she was fire hooping so young or how long she's been hooping or anything?
She has a video blog for hooping.
Okay, all right. Well, do you know how long she's been hooping? Did you see that or?
No, it didn't say how long.
Well, there's just something, and that's very impressive. Like that's crazy that that she's fire hooping at a young age. But personally, I'm sitting like this because I feel more personal when I do it like this. Anyway, I take lessons and I've learned from the same woman that Claire has, Bonnie Brown, and Bonnie Brown teaches fire safety and sees fire safety or fire hooping as something very sacred and very special. And same with LED hooping, but more so with fire since it's an element. And I waited a very long time before I fire hooped. And obviously I'm not as young as Claire, but I Oh, 1 second. I just waited. I wanted to make sure that it was the right time and that I personally felt comfortable because fire kind of scared me a little bit and that I was in a safe environment. I think I lit 1 wick the first time, which wasn't very smart because it kind of looks like it sticks around this area for a little longer than it should, and it kind of freaked me out. But I just think that waiting for fire hooping to be something very special and sacred is important, and not to rush it just because maybe everyone else is doing it or because you feel like you may not be as great as of a hooper if you don't fire hoop, because that's not true. It's just something that is an extra bonus to hooping, and a lot of people save their fire special moment for workshops like Baxter's workshop, where they have a huge fire circle and it's like this beautiful ritual, and people will wait until that moment to make it something really sacred. So, Claire, do you think do you have an idea of what age? Of course, Mom wants to make sure that you're at a good point in your life for that, but do you have an idea of how you want to handle fire hooping in the future?
No, I'm not sure yet when I'm going to do it, but I might sometime in the future.
Well, don't rush it, please. Trust me, there's so much time for that, and I'm going to agree with your mom on the fire thing. I give props to this little Luna that is a fire hooping 10-year-old, but I definitely, as someone that knows you, I definitely think you should wait, and you should make it to a point where you can I can be there too, and it can be super epic and amazing. That's how I feel. Anyway, so that's
live on Hooping Live.
Live on Hooping Live. Oh, there you go. So Claire, that's what you wanted to teach us tonight, and thank you very much. I know it's almost 9:30, and that's kind of when you have to go. But did you want to go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about where to find more information on you?
The YouTube channel I have is Worth Watching, and if you go on YouTube, you can Google Claire Pineview, and it comes up all of my Pineview variety show videos that I have done.
Hold on. All right, we're good. All right, we gotta get this microphone situation fixed. Awesome. All right, Claire, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, and then we're gonna see you next week, right? You're gonna have more stuff to teach us and show us?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Okay, well, let us know when you're gonna come back on so we can be sure to all watch.
Okay.
All right. Did you want to do anything else? Did you want to do a closing demo or anything, or you feeling pretty good?
Sure, I'll do a closing demo.
Yeah, I would like that. Awesome. That was great. Thanks, Claire. All right, well, then we will see you soon, and thank you again for everything. And I'll have your shirt tomorrow, so when I get it, I'll be sure to, maybe I can, call your mom or something, and we can talk about how awesome the shirt is. So you'll be in school, though. When do you get out, 3 or something? 4? God, school lasts forever now. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, thank you again, and we love you and appreciate everything you taught us today.
Thank you.
All right, see you soon, I hope. All right, guys, so that was awesome of Claire. So be sure to leave comments down below after the show airs. You can always continue to leave comments, and hopefully she'll be back on soon and teach us more stuff. She is such a talent and so cute. So and that's so awesome that she's like going out of her way to look all this stuff up. Like that's really cool. So I really love that she can be a part of the show, and I consider her a panel member no matter how many times she comes on the show, because she's always welcome. So anyway, it looks like some of you guys are getting your comments ready, and we will go ahead and read those. We have one from Kristen Abbott. Says, "Hi Audrey, I'm going to hula hoop in my school's variety night this Friday to the song Destroya by My Chemical Romance. So I have until then to work on some sort of routine, unless I just want to wing it completely. I've never done a hula hoop, and I've never hula hooped in front of people before, so I'm not sure if I should just wait until the show and make it up as I go along, or if I should make up a routine. I'm not particularly good at dancing, but I've learned a variety of new moves with the hula hoop recently." Sorry, that was a mouthful for me to read. First of all, I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I am muted? I'm not muted. Who
You're
muted?
fine.
Oh,
You're
I'm
fine.
muted. I'm confusing myself. Oh my God, Audrey, go to bed. Okay. I saw something on the chat. We have like a little private chat with all the panel members, and I saw you muted, and I thought it was a little face going like confused face, but it's. Do you see that, Bryant? You see what I'm saying? Okay. Wait, no, I don't know if anyone else can see that. Anyway, I thought it said you muted or something. Anyway, first of all, love the music choice. Totally love. Do you want to say something, Craig, or are you just?
I would certainly tell you if you were muted.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Love My Chemical Romance so much. I'm like in love with Gerard Way, and I wish he would like marry me sometimes, but whatever. I won't care. Anyway, in terms of performing, I'm gonna let Bryant talk a little bit about this because he has done this a lot recently. So Bryant, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Okay, sure. So for performance, normally I like to do a little combination of both. I normally hardcore choreography the beginning, most of the beginning in an aspect, and also at some points in a show, like in the song, like when the bass drops, I want to do something special, and always at the end I want to do that downwards escalator and bow. So that's something that I would do. But then for parts of the dance, I would choreography it, like not really choreography it, but like wing it, kind of in a sense. But then normally I would probably memorize, like quote unquote memorize the beat of the song and like when to go fast, when to go slow, to part of the dance, kind of. And if you learn something new, then I would try to get used to the move if you want to include it in the dance. But normally I stick to what comfortable stuff when I choreography parts. Especially when I'm transferring from 2 hoops to 1 hoop, I definitely would choreography it because I would because I'm not familiar with doubles as well as singles, so I definitely would choreography it like doubles and and such. So if it's like new moves, then try to choreography so you can remind yourself to do that move in that part of the song. And also, if you would like to comment down a question, please comment down on the latest Hooping Live post, because the YouTube comments doesn't work anymore, unfortunately.
Are you trying to like do like airs because you see me frantically trying to like get my hair in a ponytail? Talking. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm not on mute. I'm trying to put my hair up in a ponytail because it's officially made me very angry. But apparently, oh, here we go. Oinks. Um, sorry guys. I swear I'm not always this like worried about my hair, but it is just like up in my way today. And speaking of My Chemical Romance, I still have my emo bang from when I was an emo kid, so it often just that's why I've been trying to part it down the middle, so I'm not, whatever. Claire's still here. Claire, are you able to talk? Yes? Was that a yes?
Yes.
Oh, sweet! All right, we got more Claire then. Do you want to maybe give some advice on doing a routine?
I think she should do a routine because I think she should have some sections of her thing. She can wing it just a little, but I think you should be having some sort of knowledge of where you're doing a specific move or set of moves and the transitions you're using for them, so you know when, and instead of just like, because otherwise you might not have the transitions that you know when to use them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because you both do a lot of kind of like at school performances, and this is a school thing, so you guys know about that stuff. I never got to hoop at school. When I was learning how to hoop, it was not very popular, especially in Kansas, in Stillwell, Kansas, and it sounds the way it sounds, Stillwell, Kansas, is like it looks the way it sounds. So trucks everywhere. And I come into this school and I'm like this artsy girl and with my hula hoop, and they're like, "Who's that darned girl with her darned hula hoop?" And anyway, I did not get to do a bunch of performances. I did not do one single performance, but I did hula hoop in the common area, and people would walk by and either be like, "What is she doing?" Make her stop, or they would stop and stare, or they would like pray for me or something. I'm just kidding. They didn't do that too far. But it was cool. A lot of people did end up liking it, and I would give little lessons in the common area. And you'd think the principal would get mad at me, but the principal knew that I was like the weird art girl in the school and was kind of like, all right, she doesn't have to take math. I literally didn't have to take math my senior year because he was like, so you're going to go to art school, right? Like, that's where you're going to do college? You're going to college? I'm like, yes, I'm going to college. I'm going to go to an art college. Woo, getting saucy there. And he was like, all right, well, you're really pretty much what he said was like, you're really bad at math, and if you take math, it's going to make your GPA or whatever they call that thing that judges how smart you are really low. And I was like, well, I don't want that. So he gave me extra time to pretty much go, wait, are you on spring break? Are you on spring break, Claire?
No, next week.
Oh, okay. Anyway, he realized that I was an ADD, I'm just kidding, a art student, and like just kind of different. So I got to leave school early to go do an internship with a photography studio and take extra art classes, and it was really cool. So I did love how a school that was so kind of Christian, academic, sports based appreciated having this art student that obviously was not very good at the common everyday things, and allowed this they allowed me to thrive in what I was good at, and it was really cool. And now I'm a college graduate with a major and a minor, and it's awesome. So, if you have a passion for something, definitely roll with it. That's why I hope that, Claire's super creative, and I hope that she continues to roll with it, because I've been creative ever since I can remember. And so, Claire, if you don't continue on a creative journey, I will ground you. I will nicely ask for your mother's permission to ground you, and then I will ground you. But anyway, in terms of the song, though, I love the song. But I was thinking, in my thoughts, in that song, obviously I can't play it, but it's very repetitive. It's like, you know, look at the song. I'm not going to sing it because I'm going to sound stupid. But the song Destroya, it kind of has like ba 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 ba, and it's like da 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 da. So think about like the patterns in the song. Claire, and I can't tell if Claire just smiles a lot or she's laughing at me. I'm just kidding. Just so much happiness. I'm not used to the happiness. So anyway, so when you're thinking about, do you think I could? So when you think about that, actually, you can actually learn what Claire taught you today with the barrel rolls, because it kind of goes out, spin, out, spin. So like destroy, destroy, spin. So you could think about moves that kind of like look like the sound. We talked about that a lot in hoopingLIVE, thinking about what music looks like in terms of hooping. Yeah, sorry, that was me thinking about the song, see? So anyway, think about that kind of, that's what I would do, is kind of like what Claire said. I would go into the routine with kind of a general idea of what you want to do, and go, because you know, a lot of people talk about winging it. I'm going to try to make sense of this statement here. A lot of people think about going in and winging it, like that if you, choreography I feel is like coming into a better light right now, because I feel like before it was kind of, you know, I see Bryant's nodding, it was kind of hated on, and if you choreographed something meant that you didn't have flow, or that you had to force things to happen, and that's not true. I think that choreography is really cool. I love it. I've talked about that a lot. And with hooping, I think it's very important to think about moves and to like watch yourself in a mirror. I mean, a lot of dancers do that. Videotape yourself, see how you move. And this is talking about performances and stuff. Like if you're trying to just flow and just kind of do your own thing, blindfold yourself and go with it, go for it. But if you're questioning whether you should perform with a choreographed, as I don't know what Bryant called it, but I loved it, piece or not, I agree. I agree that thinking about certain spots where you know something's going to happen, make it happen. So, because when I do dancing, I'll think about, okay, on the, like if I listen to like a Taylor Swift song, and during the chorus, let's like her new song, like Baby We're the New Romantics, so I'll think like, okay, Baby We're the New Romantics, come along with me. So I like, well, I'll see it like that, like that's how I'll see a thing, like ba 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 da 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 da. But then maybe after that, I can't, when I do choreography, I can't be like, okay, now I'm going to go 1, 2, and then barrel roll. I'll just be like, okay, I'm going to do an escalator, and then I'm going to go into a barrel roll, and then I want to toss the hoop and go, oh, kill my lamp, and then toss the hoop and do a smear. So it's kind of giving more bullet points, I guess, of what moves you want to do, and allowing yourself to flow in between those bullet points. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I've got nods all across the board. Okay, we're good. All right. Do we have more comments up in this place? Would you like that PG version? We're always PG here in hoopingLIVE, or we try to be. No, we don't. All right. Can't talk my small hoop about. Yes. Can talk your small hoop about, Bryant.
Sorry about that. So, yes, I want to talk about my small hoop for a little while because I just discovered something really cool about my small hoop. Well, so when I started hooping out, I never had the perfect sized hoop, and it was weird. Like I had like a really, I'll show you it right now. It's like 1 inch thick tubing, and it's like small and like heavy. It was a weird hoop. So I always dreamed of having that bigger hoop and whatnot. And many people say like bigger hoops is like great for moving and learning how to dance with the hoop because it moves slower. And yes, I agree. And I've heard many people say that smaller hoops are only made for like those like ninja tricks and whatnot. But I realized that with the smaller hoop, I guess when I tried out, I kind of learned how to dance a lot more with the smaller hoop because I guess my body kind of compensates for that smaller size. So, for example, whenever I wanted to do some kind of smears, I would do something like this or something like that, but then my body would kind of like move more with the hoops because the hoop is so small. And I just thought that was really interesting because the smaller hoop is like, I don't know, I have to compensate for it. No, I just thought something cool to talk about.
Audrey, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. So for small hoops, you are very limited with range, and so this hoop, the one I usually use is 32 inches, and this one I think is 29 inches. And kind of like what he was saying, is you get a lot more speed. Oh, this is such a bad hoop. You get a lot more speed, kind of like that ninja hoop thing that he was talking about. But I used to do a lot more kind of funky things with a small hoop because I guess it gave me a little bit more area to play with, I guess. Like I could really move the hoop around and kind of fling it around more and make it more of almost like an off-body prop and include my dancing into it. Claire, how do you feel about hoop sizes? Like, it seems like your hoop is pretty big because you do a lot of on-body stuff, but do you ever play with smaller hoops?
I do play with smaller hoops sometimes, but I like going back to the 31 inch, which is what I normally use. But sometimes I'll go to a 28 or a 30.
Yeah, I like to do a variety of sizes as well, just to kind of keep things interesting and stuff. It tends to help. Let me see here. I'm confused about, oh no. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm looking at my post here. Okay, so anyway, yeah, and you really have to think about with hooping, like I said, if you want to do something more on body, you definitely want a bigger hoop, especially if you're a beginner hooper. We've talked about this a lot. Bigger hoops really help with movement and having a big range of motion, while smaller hoops bring that in a little bit more. So if you are a beginner hooper and you see people hooping with these small hoops, I've noticed that in the past. I've seen people think that if they have the exact same exact hoop, size and all, of their favorite hooper, even though that hooper is crazy advanced, then they will be like as good as that hooper because they have that hoop. But in reality, you need to do what works with what level you're on. So definitely think about that. It does look like we are starting to run out of time. Bryant, did you want to talk anything else about your small hoop? Hold on, you're still muted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so my dad just came in on me. I was like, whoa. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Smaller hoop, and it makes you kind of dance more. And it's kind of just kind of me trying to say, like, don't, try to switch on to like different sizes. And smaller hoop doesn't necessarily always equal like fast tricks. Smaller hoop can also mean like dancing. Instead of sticking to a big hoop all the time. It's just me kind of thinking differently from the norm of bigger hoops like slow leg, and small hoop can be slow leg too. Like low and like dance with it and be graceful as well and be all like. Small hoop makes me move more in a sense because it makes me move my body in different ways where I don't normally move, like what hooping is mainly all about.
Yeah, that's what I was literally just saying almost like before you came back on. So I love that you just said that and like reiterated it because it's true. I mean, variety, people, variety. So anyway, I don't know what is going on with comments tonight. I hope you guys know you are supposed to leave them down below. I don't know if something's going on, but we only had, which is kind of weird, we have only had one comment, which has never happened during the show before, but we still have a really good amount of viewers, so I'm thinking that something's going on. I don't know. Craig, do you have any idea? Because I got some texts from people saying that they commented and their comments weren't showing up.
I keep refreshing the post for the Hooping Live post. I hope that's where they're commenting. I don't know where else to look.
Okay, well, I had 2 people text me and say that they wrote a comment and that it wasn't working. So if you guys wrote a comment and it didn't work, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on. One comment worked, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it looks like we are starting to run out of time with the show, so I'm going to let Bryant give his information, and where you can learn more about him. I don't know why I sounded so unsure right there.
Okay. Real quick, so you can contact me on Dang Bryant at Instagram and also on YouTube as well at Bryant Dang. And yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys, so again, we want to give a big thank you to Claire. We will have all of the information of everyone down below. And again, happy birthday, Bryant and Baxter and Brecken. And if you guys are having a birthday right now, I guess happy birthday to you as well. And like I said, the show is every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. We will be trying to do a UK show soon. So if you are in the UK and watching this not on Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time, or I guess it's now almost 10, yay, we're going to do a UK show. So get excited for that. And yeah, so hoopinglive.com, Hooping Live on all the social medias. Be sure to give us a follow and a like. And hopefully we will see you next week, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. I don't know how many times I can reiterate that. See you then.